Being a billionaire not only comes with a lot of fame and popularity, but also a huge responsibility. We have seen that how madly media and the public get after the richest in the world. Some tend to follow them for their advices, whereas some are simply interested in the details of their lives. They become overnight celebrities and become the center of attraction for about a huge period of time. And with all this attention comes the concern for their security. They need to be extra conscious of their assets, money, and of course themselves, as they become publicly significant due to the wealth they own. The Silicon Valley in the United States of America has a huge concentration of the world's richest tech billionaires, and this is something that also raises concerns related to their security. Many of these billionaires spend really a heavy amount of their money over ensuring proper security to themselves. Even companies spend millions to keep all their executives safe and secured from any kinds of threats, like they buy private planes and hire personal security personnel for them. There are various such examples where companies involve in spending huge amounts over the security of their employees. But here we're going to look at how much richest billionaires spend on safety and security. Jack Dorsey, $68,500. Jack is the technology entrepreneur who comes from America. He is also a philanthropist and co-founder and CEO of the social media platform Twitter. In addition to all this, he is also the CEO of Square, a financial payments company. This 44-year-old man is worth $13 billion. The security costs of Jack were last revealed in 2016. Twitter paid him a huge $68,500 for his residential security. Now, of course, this might have changed with time. Also, his Twitter account was hacked in September 2019, so ever since then, Twitter might have definitely increased the expenses. Eric Schmidt, $296,353. Eric is an American businessman and also a software engineer. He's been famous for being the CEO of Google from 2001 to 2011 and executive chairman of Google from 2011 to 2015. He was also the executive chairman of Alphabet Incorporated from 2015 to 17 and technical advisor from 2017 to 2020. There is more to his professional career, but what is interesting to note is that his net worth is of around $14.2 billion. He stepped down as the executive chairman of Google in 2018, and it was just in the previous year that the company had spent $300,000 on his personal security. Warren Buffett, $375,000. The Berkshire Hathaway had not reported the security costs of protecting its CEO, Warren, until the year 2008. After almost a year, a man with a weird camouflage-painted face and a fake gun tried to enter into Warren's home. Then in the year 2017, the company decided to spend a hefty amount, such as $375,000, on various personal and home security services. There was a 16% increase in the spending over the security. Interestingly, over this same time, his net worth also increased to $75.6 billion. Timothy Donald Cook, $457,000. He's an American business executive philanthropist and also an engineer. He also serves as the CEO of Apple Incorporated and has also served as the chief operating officer of the same company. This 60-year-old man is worth $1 billion. Apple spent $457,083 on the private security for him in the year 2019. Over these years, this expenditure has definitely increased. Dara Khosrowshahi, $596,500. He's an Iranian-American businessman and also the chief executive officer of Uber. He's also the previous CEO of Expedia Group, which is a company that owns various travel fare aggregators. There was a proxy statement released in 2020 which revealed that the company paid around $596,500 for professional and personal security for Dara. This was far less, as another report revealed that he should be paid about $1 million for all his security costs. Sundar Pichai, $1.2 million. Very well famous, he is an Indian-American business executive and he is the CEO of the Alphabet Incorporated and the subsidiary Google. He had earned his degree from IIT Kharagpur in metallurgical branch. Google spent about $1.2 million for the security of its CEO in the year 2018. Apparently, this was double the amount that was handed over to him previously. It was spent for personal protection. A shooter entered the office of YouTube in San Bruno campus, and after this incident, the expenditure for Pichai's security was increased. It has been reported that the shooter had 4 people, including herself, and the necessary steps were taken after this incident. Jeff Bezos, $1.6 million. Now, who does not know Jeff Bezos? He is one of the most famous billionaires, and that is why the concern definitely intensifies. According to some reports which are public, he does not seem much over his personal security. Forbes reports reveal that the money Amazon spends on Bezos' security has remained constant since the year 2012. But given the fact that his wealth is increasing phenomenally and has reached up to $113 billion, an Amazon spokesperson once had said that Jeff pays for his personal protection and security services. Also, a Seattle City planning permit showed that Amazon had applied to build bulletproof panels in his office in the year 2018, and surprisingly, they were granted the permission in 2019. According to sources, those panels cost about $180,000 to get installed, and they are sturdy enough to withstand multiple shots of a military rifle. The bills of expenditure on his personal protection have not been scrutinized, but in 2019, his security chief had said that Bezos wrote him a blank check to carry on a private investigation. His personal texts with the TV anchor Lauren Sanchez got leaked. He hired a personal security chief, Gavin DeBecker, to look into the whole matter. Mark Zuckerberg, $23 million. In 2018, Facebook spent a huge amount of $10 million over the personal protection of Mark. This was $2.5 million more than the previous year's expenditure. He was also given a pre-tax allowance of about $10 million for all the additional costs so that he could keep up with him and his family secured. The company said that the public rage towards Facebook was also one of the reasons so as to why Mark's expenditure over security was increased. Now, this is something positive that he is synonymous with Facebook, and then as a result, negative sentiment regarding the company directly relate to Mark. The latest proxy filing reveals that the company spends about $23 million over his security and protection. In addition to all this, he is always protected by an armed executive protection officer who guards him against any potential threat. Even his home is equipped with a security personnel and a panic room. Interestingly, it was really fascinating to know the minute details about the security personnel and expenditure of these famous billionaires. Indeed, it's not that easy to be a public figure, especially when you own huge companies with an ever-growing net worth.